Happy Wednesday. What's up, y'all? What's up? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Look, y'all. This live, it's not a bad live. It's not a bad live, but it's a little different from the lives I do in the daytime, right? Not good. It's good. I just found out that where I'm at, I'm gonna stop selling vape. So I had to go out and stop. Oh, oh, because Cookie need her vape. I need my vape, y'all. But good evening to everybody coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all have not subscribed to my channel. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl go live. Okay. Trying to see, do I need to bring this back? Maybe. I'm chilling today, y'all. It's late. Y'all know I don't go. I'm usually in somebody else live. Can y'all hear that music? I need to know, can y'all hear the music? I didn't know I wanted to play some music, but I didn't know if y'all could hear it or not. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit until I let some people come on in here. Y'all get in here. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me, okay? Also, I also want to say welcome in. Welcome into Intimate Chronicles. This was a page that I had on Facebook, but once again, I'm always over here. So I'm always over here on YouTube. So I said I still have to keep myself active in my pages, what I had. So I'm over here, y'all. And the topic today is side pieces. Side pieces. Hey, Laquita. What's up, sis? How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Hey, sis. I will be jumping between you and break room. Okay, yeah. I talked to her earlier, so she'll probably be jumping in between or she'll catch it later or whatever. But I said I was gonna bring my intimate chronicles here because I'm always over here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, sis. Look, girl, you be doing your shit. That's all I can say. You be doing your shit, sis. You be doing your shit. That's all I gotta say. You be on it. I I like the group. I like the group. I really do. Y'all be doing y'all shit. I just don't because I work in the daytime. So I only will like just say for instance, I have to just say for instance, like on the weekends, like I could be doing stuff on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Cause during the day, they monitoring the sister and shit. So I can't do shit. I can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could do something quick, yeah, I could do something quick. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, during the day, I could just go through people chat and listen, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I'm saying, during the day. But after 5, I could be active. After 5, I could be active. You feel me? But yeah, so I'm talking about side pieces today. And I want to know, have you ever been a side piece? Or have you ever had a side piece? Oh, okay. We appreciate that. But if I can help out, I'm gonna help out. You feel me? If I can help out, I will, sis. Like dead ass. But side pieces. Have you ever been a side piece? Or have you ever had a side piece? Just need to know that. Have you ever been a side piece? Or Have you ever had a side piece? Like, would you be a side piece to somebody else? You said Lacey as well. Would you truly consider her a side piece? If he's not legally married to her, right? Because they're not legally married, right? So I would consider her a side piece only because I would consider her a side piece with benefits. She is side piece with major benefits because she gets to stay in the house with her dude and his wife. Let me just say that. She's a side piece with benefits. That's all that is. So she's a side piece with benefits. That's how I see it. Yeah. Yeah. A side piece with benefits. Yeah, because so I would consider her one. I mean, because just say for instance, what if something happened to him? What if something happened to him? Yep, you say, yep, gotcha, major benefits. Just say if something happened to him. And he's claimed he's dying, right? He's dying. So if he's dying, what happens if that was to surpass? What if that happens? Right? What would she have as a benefit? I'll wait. I'll wait. Because this is my thing. If anything was to happen to him, everything goes to that wife and the kids. The baby might get something because legally that's his baby. You see what I'm saying? But nah. Hey Jessica, what's going on, girl? But what if something happened to him? All the benefits go to that wife and those children, not her. So she'll be left out, right? Even if he have insurance, if he didn't put her on insurance, like make sure Lacey get this amount. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making a will, and in my will, in my insurance, make sure she get a percentage. You know what I'm saying, for her and the baby. But if he ain't got that in place, if he don't have nothing like that in place, she ass out. She ass out. She is ass out. So that's why I'm asking. Would you be a side piece or have you ever had a side piece? And see, I'm the one that's always most transparent. Everybody always say, you so transparent. Da, 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 da. She want she wants to get anything unless it's a will. Exactly, Jessica. She won't get nothing. Nothing. So if Jamie don't follow that contract after he passed away, she could probably sue. What contract? And Jamie sure won't give her. Uh right. Okay, so you said if Jamie don't follow the contract, if he have a will and she don't follow that when he passed, yeah, she probably could sue. But then she still won't even have no rights. They would just look at the baby as, legally his. Like she don't have to honor it if she don't want to. Sad to say, I've seen it done a lot of times. I've seen a lot of it done a lot of times. Like if a man ain't setting something aside for her, or if he not setting nothing aside for her, and everything is basically my wife and kids, she ass out. She ass out. You get what I'm saying? So ain't too much she can say. Ain't too much she can do. You know what I mean? So okay, you said she was talking about that on her live. They have a contract of what she will get. Oh, Who said that on their live? Jamie or Lacey? Which one said that, sis? Tell me. Which one said that they have a contract of what she should get? Because you know that. Let me tell you something. If it's not legalized, if he didn't get it notarized, if he didn't let somebody see it like a lawyer, Jamie can easily say that shit is none and void. Null and void. Let me null and void. None and void. Like, yeah. If Lacey says she a little bold to you, who Lacey's a little bold? What's up, sis? You said hello. No, I could never be a side piece, sis. I'm too valuable. You feel me? I said it in your voice. Sis, let me tell you something. So now that we don't, got the topic rolling, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I ain't gonna lie. I don't had a side piece and I don't been a side piece. And let me tell you something. The person that I was a side piece to, I had been knowing for years. You know what I'm saying? And we um grew up together. Like have been knowing him since I was 13. However, when we grew up, our lives went separate ways. He ended up getting married. I didn't, but I was dating. So every time I was in a relationship before he got married, um, he wasn't in one. Or when he got in a relationship, I wasn't in one. It was never a right time for us, right? So he finally got married. However, he wanted me to be his side piece. At the time, because I was in my 20s, I was cool with it because I didn't want to be locked down at the time, right? But I had benefits. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was giving me money. He was making sure I was straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need my bill paid. You know what I'm saying? Or I need money for this. I need money for that. He'll come drop it off. I'm like, you straight? You okay? You need some more? Whatever. He was that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I might have been his side piece for about a year or so. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, okay. Then I got into a relationship. So now my side piece, you know what I'm saying? Like my side piece, um, I guess because of the relationship I was in, it was kind of rocky. And the person didn't want to let the relationship go. I tried to end the relationship, but they would do little tactics for me to stay. You said, right, that's how they do. You said, in my younger days, right, I've been there. Benefits. Right, yeah, benefits back then. However, I think that the relationship was rocky. They didn't want to leave me. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to hold me hostage, basically. And they didn't want to leave the relationship. So I got a side piece to get away from my house. So what I would do, I would get off work, go to my side piece house, chill. They would cook, do whatever I need them to do. You know what I'm saying? Relax. I do all that and go home. That was back in my 20s too. Like maybe 20s, I say early 30s. I had that side piece. You know what I'm saying? But does that tear down a woman or a man's value if they are a side piece? What if that's their preference? What if they just connect with that person? What if the person is in a marriage to where they feel like, okay, I'm just in the marriage for um maybe they have kids and I want to see my kids graduate. What if they have kids and they don't want to leave the house? They feel like both of the parents should be in the house, but we live separate lives. What if that's the situation? Like, what if that's the situation? You said they ain't want no relationship, but didn't want you to move forward with the next. Exactly. Like I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like It don't hold me in a relationship. If my thing is, I've always been blunt, so it's like I don't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't want to be with you, I can tell you that I don't want to be with you. You know what I mean? Like I can. I don't have a problem with that because I don't want to hold you to something that I don't want to stick to. I don't want you to hold me to something that you don't want to stick to. You get what I'm saying? So what we hold on to? But in this situation, it was just hard for this person to let go. They was doing all kind of tactics and saying all kind of crazy stuff. So I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. They don't want to let me go. But eventually they did because I was cutting up. Eventually they did because I was a fool back then, y'all. Just when I tell you that this me, people better be glad I'm this me. I'm I'm telling you, people better be glad I'm this me for real. You said you right, sis. Some people would rather be a side piece than be married. Yeah, I did. This is my thing. People sometimes, let's say, for instance, in my situation, I would say the reason why I would, like I said, I wanted to be a side piece because you don't really have that. You don't want a relationship. You just want the benefits of the relationship, I guess, if that makes any sense. You just don't want to be strapped to just this particular thing because maybe you got a busy schedule. Maybe things is going on in your life to where you don't want to uproot. Maybe you got small kids and you don't want to bring nobody around your kids. So, hey, I don't mind dating you like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind dating you. You know what I'm saying? And, knowing your situation as long as you understand my situation. I may be your side piece. Now here's a catchphrase. Here's a catch 22 to that. What if you're someone's side piece and they want you to be exclusive to them, but they don't want you to be doing nothing with nobody else but them? Like, nah, you my side piece. I don't want you fucking around with no dude, just me. How would y'all feel about that? Like, how would y'all feel about if a person told you, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like what we got going here, but don't bring nobody else in here. Like, I don't want you to have nothing else. I don't want you to be with no other nigga. I don't want you to do nothing with no other nigga. Don't go on no dates with no other nigga. You are my side piece. You know that I had a wife when you got in it. So I don't want you to be nobody else's nothing. How would y'all feel about that shit? Just a question. Because in a lot of situations, guys, and I'm just speaking from experience, they don't want you seeing nobody else. So with my situation, I don't think he would have mind if I seen someone else, but my schedule was so busy because I was always going out in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the club. You know what I'm saying? However, I think that if a person is a side piece and they're telling you, I just want you to be exclusive with me because I just don't want, whatever. Maybe y'all do unprotected sex. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all have unprotected sex or something. If that's the case, I would say, um, then I gotta have my benefits. If you want me to be exclusive to you, then you gotta kick in too. Like you gotta kick in. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of me too. Because sex is just not gonna hold me. Right? Your sex ain't just gonna hold me. I need benefits after that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me to take my time up, you always want me to be available to you, then I'm gonna need my benefits. I'm gonna need this. So you got to kick in, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it go. Point blank, period. But you do have those people who don't mind being side pieces because they just don't want that set relationship, like that one-on-one relationship. Some people just like, I like being a side piece. I like getting my rocks off and you getting the hell on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to spend no time with you. But guess what? What if feelings got involved there between the side piece and the person? What if feelings got involved? Then what? Like, what if feelings got involved? Then what? Then what you do with that? What you do with the feelings? Do you just chuck them to the side, or you tell them how you feel? Like, what do you do? What do you do in that instance? Because you can't stop a person for feeling for you. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop a person. Me and Boo was talking about this the other day, right? On the phone, we was talking about this. He had brought something to my attention, and he said something about the benefits of being in a relationship and the benefits of just having free reigns over a person. You know what I'm saying? Or you just having free reigns. Just say if you have you in a relationship and you have that side, right? You have a side person. Um I got rather from what he was trying to say is that the things that you require from a side piece, because this was my thing with the dude that I was doing. I was his side piece, right? I was doing things that his wife wouldn't do. I was doing things that his wife wouldn't do. It was like I guess I was like his fantasy girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if she was a missionary chick or what. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like we was doing hanging from those ceiling fans and no shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was doing things that his wife didn't. Hey, what's going on? Congratulations, bruh. I'm so proud of you. I am proud of you. You feel me? But bro, we're talking about side pieces. I don't know if you want to stay in here, but we're talking about side pieces. And you know, you newly engaged. I don't want you in here cutting up, okay? Um, hey Marissa, what's going on, cutie? But what if? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was to happen, if that was to happen, I just think that sometimes people rather not be connected in that particular situation. You get what I'm saying? So I say once you get mature and you're adult about it, and you're an adult now, you make changes in your life to where I did that in my 20s. I'm not gonna do that in my 50s. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want something kind of meaningful and somebody I can share some things with, and we're one on one, not unless, you know what I'm saying, your partner is down with inviting somebody in. And I'm gonna talk about threesomes next week. Like, this gonna be my first live for this week because the holiday. So I'm coming back with Intimate Chronicles on Wednesdays and Fridays of next week. But my next topic is going to be, would you do a threesome? So if your partner is comfortable with bringing in a third person, then okay. But sometimes being a side piece can have its benefits, and then it could be a downfall for you too. Because what if you get attached to that person that you are their side piece with? You know they're not leaving their relationship. You know they're not leaving their wife or their husband. You know they're not leaving them. What do you do when you develop feelings? Because let me tell you something. When you transfer, I'm just saying, when you transfer energies, and y'all know what I'm talking about as far as sex, y'all know when y'all transfer, that's transferring of energy. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you dice it. When you have sex with somebody, you're transferring energies. You are, right? But what happens, because us as women, we're emotional creatures. We are. What happens? What happens? Well, let me go ahead and exit. Love you. I love you. I love you, bro. See, you have to come in when I do my daytime talk. Bro, you got to come in when I do my daytime talk, okay? But when you transfer energy and you get into this thing to where you get attached to the person you are the side piece with, then how do you handle that situation? Like, how do you handle that? How would you handle that? How would you be? Like, you can't stop a person for feeling for you. Yeah, we had rules in the beginning, but rules are also made to be broken. So how and if people feelings and emotions are in it now. So how do y'all handle that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know that this person is not going anywhere as far as leaving their spouse, their loved one, whatever. They're not leaving them. But you start giving them ultimatums like they should leave their spouse or their loved ones. What do you do? Like, what do you do in that situation? What do you just chuck your feelings to the side and be like, I love them, so I'm just gonna stick it out. I'm using an example. I had this friend, and me and her went to school together, and she was a, a side piece to this dude. He was older because when we went to school, we all dated older men. Let me just put it out there. My baby daddy, like 5 or 6 years older than me, right? We dated older dudes. That was the thing back then. You know what I'm saying? You date dudes that ain't in high school because they had a car, so they may be the drug boys, or they might do this, right? But this particular dude was married with kids. I know my friend had to be his side piece for about 7 years. 7 years. She even had kids with him. Yep. So that means he had kids on his wife with her. She had 2 kids by him. Two, a boy and a girl. A boy and a girl. So what do you do? Like, can a dude fall in love with, or a man or a woman fall in love with their side piece? Is that possible? Like, can you fall in love with your side piece? I should be asking Kevin these questions. I should be asking Kevin these questions. I should. But can you? Because from my understanding, he loved Lacey, right? So maybe you can fall in love with your side piece. You know what I mean? But do that mean you lose love for your wife because you fall in love with your side piece? Can you love two people? Is that possible? Can you be in love with two people? I'm just asking. Can you? It's difficult, right? Because now you have to do a balancing act. You had to balance that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So if you fall in love with your side piece, do you leave your current situation and be with your side piece? And then here's the question: if a person is willing to leave his family for their side piece, would you stay with that person? Would you stay with the dude for leaving his wife to become your main one? I had a friend that happened to her too. Like, she was a side piece for a long time, but she knew that he had a wife, and he ended up leaving his wife for her. So, and they still together today. So sometime in situations it can happen. I'm just asking. Can't, is it possible? Like, what do you consider a man who leaves his wife for his side piece? What do you call a man who would leave his wife for his side piece? What do you call a woman who would leave her husband for her side piece? I haven't had that happen, but what do you say? What do you say? Because when I had my side piece, I let them know, like, I'm not leaving my current situation. Even though it's bad, I'm not leaving it. And maybe that was just greedy of me. But what do you do in that instance? Like, what do y'all what can it happen? Yeah, it can happen. But what do you consider that? Would decide do you think the side piece should be able to trust them? Because this is my thing. Sometimes I believe in this. The universe is round, right? So I just feel like whatever goes around comes around, right? So if you are leaving your wife for me, then you would leave me for another one, for another side piece. That's how I feel. I feel like you would leave me for another one of your side pieces, for another side piece, because I feel like this: the same way that I got you is the same way that you could be taken away from me. That's just my belief, y'all. Y'all know this is just my opinion, my own observation. That's it. I just feel like at some point you have to um, be cautious and aware. You have to be cautious and aware of people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get in entanglements. Okay. You can get in entanglements. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have an agreement, sometimes those agreements will be broken. The person who is committing the adultery and the person who is helping them commit adultery have to understand that emotions and feelings will be involved. You get what I'm saying? So y'all have to be able to gauge your maturity. Let me just say that. You have to be willing to gauge your maturity, because sometimes, with that being said, people are not going to always um, abide by the rules that y'all set, or one of y'all gonna break the rules. It's just a given. One of y'all is gonna break the rules. If y'all doing it for a long period of time, some rules is gonna get crossed or something's gonna get broken. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. So that was my question today, y'all. I wanted to know, would you be a side piece? And have you ever had a side piece? Something for y'all to think about. Something for y'all to think about. Yes. So this is the rough start to my intimate chronicles. Next week, Wednesday, the topic is going to be, would you do a threesome? And would there be rules? I want to know, would y'all set rules to the threesome if you do decide to do one, or would you ever do one? And what's off limits and what's gonna be accepted in that threesome? Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm not on here that long, but the next one is probably going to be about an hour. So y'all be ready for y'all questions. Y'all be ready to answer some questions. Thank y'all for supporting me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this live if you want to. Share this live. It doesn't cost nothing to share this live. Hit that like button and subscribe. Not a penny. You feel me? Hey, Auntie Bernice. Auntie Bernice said if they cheat once, they may cheat again. See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I have to ask y'all a question. If they leave their wife for you, would you be able to trust them? And my answer is no. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even, I don't care how much love I got for you, I wouldn't be able to trust you because it was the way that I got you. You get what I'm saying? If I got you from someone else, then I'm probably going to lose you to someone else. That's just how I look at it. Those are my sentiments, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Intimate Chronicles. I am your girl, TC Chronicles. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting me. I appreciate it. Y'all know I do my positive affirmation lives and general questions in the daytime. This is more intimate, so I'm doing this at night, because the kids, you know what I'm saying? So I have to be aware of my content, right? So make sure y'all hit that like button. Tune in next Wednesday. We're going to be talking about threesomes, 9 p.m. sharp. I'm going to try not to be late, but tune in next Wednesday. Next Wednesday and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays will be Intimate Chronicles, and Tuesdays and Thursdays is my Positive Affirmation Live. And y'all know I do them in the daytime around between 11 and 2. I do those positive lives. Okay.